I am Sophia, welcoming you to the channel and have a nice time with the school time in the regional channel. Okay, shall we start? What have you studied in the last class? Don't you remember that? What we have studied in the last class? We have gone through the memoir of Satyajit Ray. We have studied the memoir of Satyajit Ray. What is a memoir? Yes, a memoir is the memories. He has written his memories in Project Tiger. അദ്ദേഹത്തിൻ്റെ ഓർമ്മക്കുറിപ്പുകൾ അല്ലേ? So we have studied the memoir written by Satyajit Ray. Please watch this audio clip.
Project Tiger by Satyajit Ray. Satyajit Ray was an Indian filmmaker, screenwriter, music composer, graphic artist, lyricist, and author, widely regarded as one of the greatest filmmakers of all time. Ray was born in Calcutta into a Bengali family which was prominent in the field of arts and literature. Starting his career as a commercial artist, Ray was drawn into independent filmmaking after meeting French filmmaker Jean Renoir and viewing Vittorio De Sica's Italian neo-realist film Bicycle Thieves during a visit to London. Ray directed 36 films, including feature films, documentaries, and shorts. He was also a fiction writer, publisher, illustrator, calligrapher, graphic designer, and film critic. He authored several short stories and novels, meant primarily for young children and teenagers. He was awarded an honorary degree by Oxford University. Ray's first film, Padar Panjali, 1955, won 11 international prizes, including the inaugural Best Human Document Award at the festival. Ray did the scripting, casting, scoring, and editing, and designed his own credit titles and publicity material. Ray received many major awards in his career, including 32 Indian National Film Awards, a Golden Lion, a Golden Bear, 2 Silver Bears, a number of additional awards at international film festivals and award ceremonies, and an Academy Honorary Award in 1992. The Government of India honored him with the Bharat Ratna, its highest civilian award, in 1992. Ray had received many noticeable awards and gained a prestigious position over his lifetime. In the memoir Project Tiger by Satyajit Ray, he begins his article paying respect to the Hollywood filmmakers for giving much reverence and consideration to the animal actors. He remembers a movie in which a dog played an important role that he watched in his childhood days. In that movie, there was an Alsatian dog called Rin Tin Tin. That dog's acting was more impressive than a human. These trained dogs were famous stars and they earned as much money as a real film star got. One day, he happened to see the shooting of a film in Disney studio in Hollywood, which made him realize how respectfully these animal actors were treated there. Even these animal actors in Hollywood have stand-ins as famous actors. Then he narrates how Alfred Hitchcock, a famous Hollywood director, wanted birds as actors. It was difficult to get trained ravens as actors. He gave notice in the newspapers all over the United States to get trained ravens. It was pretty impressive to watch a 50 ravens were told to perch quietly in a row on a specific spot and all of them obeyed the commands of the trainer. He narrates his experience and efforts for shooting a film, Gopi Gaine Bhaga Baine, using a tiger as a character. In the film Gopi Gaine Bhaga Baine, Gopi was banished by a king to a forest. He wanders in the forest and meets Bhaga, who is also banished. Then they see a tiger and freeze. But the tiger simply walks about in the forest without paying them any attention. For shooting the film, Ray wanted a tiger as a character. It was very difficult to get a trained animal in India for shooting. So he decided to contact with a circus company to get a tiger. At that time, Bharat Circus was giving shows in the Marquis Square in Calcutta. Ray and his team approached the circus manager and informed the purpose of their visit. After many discussions, the manager agreed to give the tiger for shooting. He He asked Mr. Thorett, who was the ringmaster, put the tiger, its cage, and send it in a lorry to the shooting location. The ringmaster had never let the tiger out of the cage freely, he saw. After 2 days' travel, the lorry with 2 well-fed tigers reached at Bamboo Grove of the shooting place, Northumgram village. A few villagers took the permission to watch the shooting. For the shooting, the tiger had to come out of the Bamboo Grove into the open space, walk gently for a while, look at the camera if possible, and then go back. The camera placed on the tripod and faced to the Bamboo Grove. The actors Goopy and Baga was ready to be within yards of the camera. 5-foot iron rod was fixed on the ground. A thin long wire was fixed to the tiger's collar and other end was tied to the rod. When the door of the cage was opened, the tiger responded quickly. It jumped out and walked around. The ringmaster tried to control the tiger in a futile attempt. At last, when the tiger calmed down, a few shots were taken, but it wasn't all right. Then Satyajit Ray and his team found other bamboo grove near Boral village in Calcutta. The lorry arrived with the tiger once more. There were so many villagers to watch the film shooting. The crowd were not ready to move from their position. When the door opened, the tiger emerged with a loud roar and moved towards the villagers. All disappeared frantically from the scene, but the tiger soon calmed down. The shooting was completed successfully.
In the last class, I had given you an assignment. Don't you remember that? Yes, I have told you. What was that? I have told you to write the answers or find out the answers for the textual questions. Am I right? Yes. Haven't you done that? Okay. See, there are 22 questions in your textbook. There are 22 questions there in your textbook. Shall we discuss the question answers? Okay. Listen here. The first question. Do you know that a paragraph normally contains a topic sentence in it? It is general in nature and can be found anywhere in the paragraph. The other sentences in the paragraph support, prove, give examples and present additional information on the topic sentence. And the questions: identify the topic sentence in the first paragraph. Then, how many examples are given to support the topic sentence? What are they? This is the first question. And you are asked to write the topic sentence of the sentence in that paragraph, and the examples are given. What are the examples given to in support of the topic sentence? Then, what are these sentences? The answer is that making film with animals. That is the topic sentence of the first paragraph. And Ray had begun the paragraph with he is telling about the filmmakers in Hollywood and about the animal shooting and making film with animals. That is the topic sentence of the first paragraph. And two examples are given to support to the topic sentence. They are, one is the example of the Alsatian called Rin Tin Tin, and the other one is a collie called Lassie. And these are the examples given in the first paragraph in support of the topic sentence. Next question, question number 2. Does the second paragraph introduce a new topic sentence? If not, what supporting details about the animal actors of Hollywood do you get from this paragraph? This is the second question. And what additional information do you get about stand-ins? Sub-questions are there. What additional information do you get about stand-ins? And what is the puzzling incident described in the paragraph 3? What is the puzzling incident described in paragraph 3? Then, which incident shows that the animal actors in Hollywood were treated with reverence? The answer is that no, there is no topic sentence, topic sentence in the second paragraph. The second paragraph doesn't have a separate topic sentence. The animal actors of Hollywood have stand-ins. It is the additional information about the topic sentence. And the animal actors have stand-ins in Hollywood? That is an additional information given in the second paragraph. See, a stand-in. What is stand-in? Who is a stand-in? A stand-in is a person who is physically similar to the real star. A stand-in is a person who is physically similar to the real star. Okay. Dupe. നമ്മൾ ഡ്യൂപ്പ് എന്ന് പറയില്ലേ, അതാണ് സ്റ്റാൻഡിൻ. When the cameraman shouted at everyone to take position, the dog remained where it was. And what is the puzzling incident? And the second sub question, what is the puzzling incident described in the paragraph 3? Paragraph 3 la puzzling incident. What is that puzzling incident? Which is the cameraman shouted at everyone. In Disney studio, our author happened to see a shooting there, and he noticed a cameraman shouted at everyone to take the position, but the dog was remain where it was. That puzzled our author. That puzzled Satyajit Ray. Third one, which incident shows that the animal actors in Hollywood were treated with reverence? Even the animal actors in Hollywood have stand-ins, and it is a great reverence to them as famous actors. And we have seen that in Hollywood, the animal actors are treated, but they are giving much respect. They are giving much respect and reverence in Hollywood. Next one, question number 3. What were the difficulties Alfred Hitchcock had to face while making the film Birds? Alfred Hitchcock. What was the difficulties he had to face when he shoot the film Birds? The answer is here. Alfred Hitchcock wanted birds as actors. I told you that we have seen that he decided to direct a film Birds, and for that he needed a variety of ravens. So Alfred Hitchcock wanted birds as actors. It was difficult to get trained ravens as actors, but 100 of them were to be found. And the next question, 4. How did Hitchcock manage to get a large number of ravens for his film? He placed notices in press all over the United States to get hold of trained ravens. He placed and he gave a notice in all the newspapers in United States, and he got somebody replied to him, and he got about 100 of ravens for the shooting. Question number 5. What is described as pretty impressive? To watch 50 ravens perched quietly in a row on a specified spot and all of them obeying the command of the trainer was pretty impressive. That we have seen in that movie Ravens, and about 50 ravens were perching on a row, and with the command of the trainer they are obeying the command of the trainer. That was very pretty impressive. And question number 6. Identify the main topic of the article from paragraph 8. Identify the main topic of the article from paragraph 8. What was the main topic of the article from paragraph 8? Shooting films using tigers. He is describing shooting film with the tigers. His film Gopi Gaine Baga Baine. 7th one. What other details are given about the topic in the paragraph? What other details are given about the topic in the paragraph? The role the tiger has to play in the scene. And Satyajit Ray narrates, or Satyajit Ray told the scene. What is the scene of the tiger? The role the tiger has to play in the scene. 8th one, how did Ray manage to get a tiger? How did Satyajit Ray manage to get a tiger? Ray approached the manager of the Bharat Circus. Okay, Ray approached Bharat Circus manager and he got the tiger for the shooting. 9th one, what is the role of a ringmaster in a circus? Who is a ringmaster? Yes, ringmaster is the trainer. Ringmaster is the person who is in charge of the performances done by animals in a circus. Ringmaster is a person who is in charge of the performance of the animals in a circus. The trainer of the animals in a circus, that person is called a ringmaster. Next one, question number 10. What were the difficulties faced in bringing the tiger before the camera? And we saw that Satyajit Ray faced many difficulties to bring the tiger before the camera. The first shooting was a flop, that we know that. And what are the difficulties? Without the trainer, the tiger can't be let out of the cage. The trainer must not be seen with the tiger. And the tiger, without the trainer, the tiger can't be let out of the cage. And the tiger, for the shooting, Ray need the tiger to let out of the cage. Without the trainer, it is not possible. That everybody knows that. But with the trainer, it is also not possible. We can't shoot the tiger with the trainer. So the trainer must not be seen with the tiger. Okay, 11th question. What does the expression to go down the drain mean? What does the expression to go down the drain mean? Serving no purpose, irretrievably lost, or go to a state of being wasted. That is the meaning of go down the drain. Serving no purpose, irretrievably lost, or to go to a state of being wasted. 12th one. What was Mr. Thorat's suggestion to control the tiger? What was his suggestion to control the tiger? Thorat suggested tying a wire around the tiger's neck, which would be thin but strong. He put forward a suggestion that tying a wire around the neck of the tiger, which would be thin but strong. So we cannot see that in the scene. What made Ray think of a collar made of the tiger skin? He thought so because the wire would not be visible. It was Mr. Ray's idea to make a tiger skin collar because he thought so because the wire would not be visible in the scene. 14th question. Why did Mr. Thorat bring 2 tigers instead of 1? He brought 2 tigers. For the first time, Thorat bring 2 well-fed tigers. He brought 2 tigers because if one of them gave any trouble, they could use the other. Why was Mr. Thorat taken aback? Why was Mr. Thorat taken aback? He was taken aback because the tiger, instead of walking sedately in the dignified manner, started to jump. He was taken aback because the tiger, instead of walking sedately, instead of walking calmly in a dignified manner, the tiger began to jump. So he was taken aback. 16th one. What might be the reason for the tiger's unexpected behavior? It was not used such a scene in its life. It might have frightened by the huge crowd outside. We don't know what is the reason. Maybe because it is for the first time. The tiger is there for the first time to such a scene in its life, and it might have frightened. Sometimes it might have frightened by the huge crowd outside. I told you that there are so many people present there to watch the shooting. So it may be because it might have frightened by the huge crowd outside. 17th question. How does Ray describe the situation humorously? How does Ray describe the situation humorously? they were watching a new and strange kind of circus. It is the sentence, that sentence is taken from the memoir of Satyajit Ray. He had written like this: they were watching a new and strange kind of circus. We were watching a new and strange kind of circus. What did Ray mean when he said this should have been the end of the story? This should have been the end of the story. What did Ray mean when he said this? If the camera had worked properly, this would have been the end of the incident. He is telling this about the first shooting. And if the camera had worked properly, if the camera was okay, this would have been the end of the incident. 19th question. Why was Mr. Torat asked to give it another go to shoot the scene again? Mr. Torat, the first shooting failed. All become disappointed. And at that time, Mr. Torat asked to give it another go, which means to shoot the scene again. They decided to shoot the scene again. What was the magic performed by the tiger? The tiger emerged from the cage with a loud roar and charged at the villagers standing behind the camera, and all ran away from the scene instantly. It is the magic performed by the tiger, according to Satyajit Ray. The tiger emerged from the cage with a loud roar. For the second time, when the door of the cage opened, the tiger emerged from the cage with a loud roar and charged at the villagers standing behind the camera, and all ran away from the scene instantly. All disappeared frantically from the scene. That is the magic performed by the tiger. What was really required to the tiger in that scene? It was required to come out. What was the tiger's scene? It was required to come out from the bamboo and walk over to the spot they had chosen. What did Ray and his team realize 2 days later? They realized that the shot came nicely. After the second shooting, again after 2 days, they realized that the shot came nicely. It was a success. The second shoot was a success. Thus, they completed their shooting. Now you have got the answers for all the 22 questions. Please write these question answers in your notebook. Okay. And open your textbook, page number 51. Open page number 51, activity number 4. See, in page number 51, activity number 4. Please read this question. According to the activity 4, according to the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals Act, if an animal is used for the purpose of entertainment, it shall be according to strict norms suggested by the Act. Imagine Ray writes a letter to the chairman of Animal Welfare Board of India, informing him the details of the shoot and ensuring him that the rules will be strictly adhered to. Draft the likely letter. Please read it again. Read the question carefully. Imagine Ray writes a letter to the chairman of the Animal Welfare Board of India, informing him the details of the shoot and ensuring him that the rules will be strictly adhered to. Draft the likely letter. Have you got the question? Have you understood the question? Yes. What you are asked to do here in this question? What are you asked to do? Yes, in activity 4, you are asked to write a letter. Here in this question, in activity number 4, you are asked to write a letter. And who is writing the letter? Yes, Satyajit Ray is writing the letter. To whom is writing the letter? Satyajit Ray is writing the letter. That is okay. And to whom Is he writing the letter? He is, yes, he is writing the letter to the chairman of the Animal Welfare Board of India. So, what kind of letter is this? Can you say that? What kind of letter is this? Is it a personal letter? No, it is not a personal letter. What are personal letters? When we write letters to our relatives or friends, it is called a personal letter. It is called informal letter or personal letter. If you want to write a letter to your friend or to our parent or to our relatives, and these letters are called personal letters. We are describing personal matters in that letter, and it is informal. It is not official, it is informal. Such letters are called personal letters. But this letter, in activity 4, you are asked to write an official letter or a formal letter. It is different from this. This is different from a personal letter. You are asked to write an official or formal letter in this question. And what are the official letters or formal letters? Do you know what is a formal letter? Can you say? Say, these official or formal letters are writing for official purposes only. These types of letters, these formal letters are writing for the official purposes only, and such as writing a letter to the manager, writing a letter to the principal, writing a letter to the to the minister, writing a letter to the police officer. Such letters are called official letters. That is very much different from a personal letter, and there is a format for the official letter. These types of letters follows a specific format. These types of formal letters or official letters follows a specific format. It requires some specific rules and conventions. Such letters such letters require some specific rules and conventions, and we can say that, which means that means a formal letter is a letter, or it's a one written in such a way, in an orderly and conventional language. Such letters are writing in an orderly and conventional language. These official letters are the letters writing in an orderly and conventional manner or conventional language. And at first, for this letter, at first you should write the name and address. After that, the date also, you have to write the date also. First write the name of the person and then the address of the person. After that, the date, which means the from address. The from address, you should write the name and the from address with the date. After that, you should mention the name and designation of the recipient correctly. First, write the from address with the date. Second, you should write the name, designation of the recipient correctly. That means the to address. First the from address with the date, then the to address. You should mention the name of the person. After that, the designation of the person. Okay. Then you can then address or greet the person. After that, address or greet the person, and you can use respected sir, dear sir, or respected madam, like that. You can write in such a way. Address or greet the person mentioned, which means you can write like that: respected madam, respected sir, or dear sir, like that. And after that, after the greeting, mention the subject of writing the letter. After the greeting, that means after dear sir or after respected sir, write the subject of the letter. First the from address with the date, and then the to address the name of the person and the designation of the person also. You should write all these, and after that greet or address the person properly. And then fourth one, write the subject of the letter. Write subject and write the reason for writing the letter. After that you can, after subject you can start writing the content of the letter. Only after writing the subject you can start writing the content of the letter. Here, write the reason for writing the letter in the first paragraph itself. You can write 2 or 3 paragraphs as the content of the letter, and in the first paragraph itself you should mention why you are writing such a letter. The reason behind writing the letter should be written in the first paragraph itself. And please care about this. The tone of the letter should be polite. The tone of the language of the letter should be polite. Language should be used in a letter, and it is not harsh language. Don't use harsh language in the letter. The tone of the letter should be polite. No harsh words are using. No harsh words used in the sentence. Letter. And the closing of the letter should be with gratitude. The closing at the end of the letter, the closing of the letter should be with gratitude. You can use thank you or thank you for consideration of this letter. You can write thank you for considering the letter. After that, last mention, yours faithfully or yours sincerely or yours truly, along with your name and signature. Last mention yours sincerely or yours faithfully, or you can write yours truly along with your signature and name. Your signature and name. So what are the things we should keep in our mind while writing an official letter? You understood that? Yes, the first one is write the from address, that means the address of the person, and with the date. You should write the date also. And second, you should write the to address, that means the name and designation of the recipient. After that, you should greet or address the person properly. So there you can use dear sir or respected madam or respected sir, like that. And after that, the fourth point is that you should write the subject of the letter. Then you can begin to write the content of the letter. And while writing the content of the letter, in the first paragraph should contain the reason why you are writing this letter. And you can write 2 or 3 paragraphs. After that, the tone of the letter should be polite, and no harsh words used in the letter. After that, the closing of the letter. The letter should be the closing of the letter. What about that? The thank you. You can use thank you for considering the letter. The closing of the letter should be with gratitude. And last, mention yours faithfully or yours sincerely or yours truly, along with the signature and name of the person who is writing the letter. Clear? See, this is the format of the formal letter format. See, name of the sender, address and date. First, name of the sender, address and date. Then to address, to the name of the recipient, designation, company name and address. After that, salutation, dear sir or madam or respected sir or madam. Then write the subject of the letter. After that, body of the letter. Write 2 or 3 paragraphs including the reason behind the letter. Make sure to keep the letter concise without dragging too much. Thank you for your consideration. Waiting for your response. Yours sincerely, name and signature. And this is the formal letter format. Okay, and our question is that write a letter to the chairman of the Animal Welfare Board. Um, so, shall we write the letter? See, this is a letter written. This is a letter written by Satyajit Ray to the chairman of Animal Welfare Board of India. Listen to the letter. Flat number 14, Vasant Vihar, Marcus Square, Calcutta, 20th September 2017. 2. The Chairman, Animal Welfare Board of India, New Delhi. Subject: Getting permission for using tiger in a film shooting. Dear Sir, I am Satyajit Ray, a film director from Calcutta. I have a plan to direct a film in which there is a scene of the main characters meeting a wild tiger in a forest. I have already arranged with the Bharat Circus Company to get a tiger with its trainer. I know the rules of Animal Welfare Board connected with the treating animals. I and my team will follow those rules strictly and will not do any harmful to the tiger, anything harmful to the tiger. I will be obliged and grateful to you if you kindly grant me permission to shoot my film with the tiger. Thanking you, yours faithfully, signature Satyajit Ray. This is the letter written by Satyajit Ray to the chairman of Animal Welfare Board of India. I think you have understood how to write an official letter. Okay. Shall we move on to the next activity? And the next activity is also in the same page, page number 50, activity number 3. Page number 50, activity number 3. Read the question. Read the sentences taken from the article. Alfred Hitchcock decided to make a film called Birds. In the story birds from all over the world start attacking humans. Hitchcock needed a variety of birds, but what was required in large number was ravens. Notices were placed in the press all over the United States, asking people to contact the filmmaker. Draft the likely notice that was published in the newspaper. Read it once more. Okay, here in activity 3, you are asked to draft the notice that was published in the newspaper by Alfred Hitchcock. And we saw that Alfred Hitchcock needed a variety of birds, and what he need in large is trained ravens. So he gave a notice in all the newspapers in United States of America, and he got the trained ravens and he shot the film successfully. And you are asked to write or asked to draft the notice. And what kind of notice is this? He is in search of trained ravens. He wants trained ravens. So he placed such a notice in the newspaper. So it is a wanted notice. This is a wanted notice, and you might have seen wanted notices in the newspapers. In the newspapers, you might have seen that the wanted notices in the newspaper. So this is a wanted notice. Here, while writing a wanted notice, you should begin with wanted or required. Begin the notice with wanted or required. Write wanted or required at first. After that, the notice should be simple, clear, and attractive. The notice should be simple, it should be short, it should be simple, it should be attractive, and it should be clear. So write wanted or required. After that, the notice should be clear, it should be short, and it should be attractive also. And you can include pictures in the notice. If it is needed, you can include pictures also in the notice. After that, we should mention our demands in the notice. It is a wanted notice, you know, it is a required. We need something, so we should mention our we should mention our demands in the notice. After that, the name, contact number and the address of the person who draft the notice is a must. After that, you should write the name and the contact number and the address of the person who draft the notice. It is a must. We should write that in the last part of the notice. So, what are the things we should know while writing a wanted notice? First, write notice, then write wanted or required. After that, the notice should be short, it should be clear, and it will be attractive, and then you can add pictures also if it is needed. Then we should mention our demands in the notice. After that, at last you should write the name, write the contact number and write the address of the person who is drafting the notice. Okay. Look at this notice. Notice, wanted trained ravens. The Warner Brothers Film Company requires a number of trained ravens for our new project, Birds. Those who have trained ravens are requested to contact us before 23rd April. Alfred Hitchcock, Director, contact number 0086908, 15th April. The date is also written there, 15th April. And wanted trained ravens. The Warner Brothers Film Company requires a number of trained ravens for our new project, Birds. Those who have trained ravens are requested to contact us before 23rd April. Alfred Hitchcock, Director, contact number 0086908, and the date 15th April. This is a model of wanted notice. Next activity is in page number 50. Open page number 50. Activity number 2. In page number 50, activity number 2. Please read the question carefully. Ray and his friends visited the Bharat Circus camp in Kolkata to hire a tiger to be filmed for his movie Gopi Gaine Baga Baine. He spoke to the manager of the circus company. What would Ray have spoken? Attempt the conversation between Ray and the manager. It's a simple question. I think you have understood the question well. What would Ray have spoken? Attempt the conversation between Ray and manager. What you are asked to do? Yes, you are asked to write the conversation between Satyajit Ray and the manager of Bharat Circus. So, can you answer what makes a good conversation? Can you answer me? What makes a good conversation? Or what are the features of a good conversation? What are the features of a good conversation? Let us find the features of a good conversation. Okay. And one should start the dialogue with proper greetings suitable to the context. Start the dialogue with proper greetings suitable to the context. Greetings like good morning, hello, how are you? You can start with in such a way, good evening, have a nice day, like that. Start the dialogue with a proper greeting, suitable to the context. Okay. Another one, use simple language in dialogues. Please use simple language in dialogues or conversation, and avoid long dialogues. No? You should keep it in your mind. Please avoid long dialogues. Okay, avoid the long dialogues. Then keep your dialogue brief and impactful. Keep your dialogue brief and impactful. Powerful words should be used in the dialogue. You can use powerful words, and the impact it will enhance the impact of the dialogue. And but maintain good flow. You should maintain a good flow in the dialogue. The dialogues should be connected with each other. So you should maintain the flow of the dialogue. After that, use proper punctuation marks where it is needed. You can use the proper punctuation marks like question marks or comma, like that. Proper exclamation marks, etc. You can use that if it is where it is needed. And then end the dialogue with the proper farewell, goodbye, like that, thank you, like that. You can use the proper farewells to end a dialogue. So begin a dialogue with a proper greeting, but into the suitable to the context. Then use simple language and avoid the long dialogues. After that, keep your dialogue precise and brief and impactful. And you can use proper punctuation marks where it is needed, and you should maintain the flow of the dialogue. Then end the dialogue with the proper farewells. Look here, greetings and farewells. Here, hello, good morning, good evening, how are you today, and hi, good afternoon, good night, and goodbye, have a nice day, see you later. And some greetings and farewells are there. Hello, good morning, good evening, how are you today, like that. And you can use all these in your dialogues, and it should be suitable to the context of the context. Should be suitable to the context. See this formal and informal greetings. Some formal and informal greetings. There is a list of formal greetings and a list of informal greetings. See, first one, formal greetings. Hello Mary, hello, how are you, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, what are you doing, it's nice to meet you, how is it going, how are you doing, good to see you, it's a pleasure to meet you, how do you do, it's an honor to meet you, nice to meet you. And these are a list of formal greetings. And the next one, informal greetings. Hi, hey, what's up, howdy, how are ya, what's new, what's going on, how is it going, how are things, what's up, how is everything, how is life, long time no see. And these are a list of informal greetings. You can use all these things in your dialogues. Okay, see, let us try to write the dialogue between Satyajit Ray and the circus manager. Okay, listen here, the conversation between Satyajit Ray and the circus manager. Satyajit Ray: good morning sir, I am Satyajit Ray, a film director. Manager: good morning Mr. Ray, I have heard a lot about you. What brings you here? Ray: I am shooting a film with a tiger in it. The tiger has only a small role in it. Can you help me in this matter? Manager: why not sir? Our ringmaster is Mr. Tarat, a nice gentleman. I will ask him to send our tiger for shooting, if possible. Ray: thank you very much. Should I meet Mr. Tarat or will you speak with him? Manager: I will speak him first, and then you can meet him for making the final arrangement. Ray, okay, sir. Manager, by the way, how long do you want the tiger? Ray, actually, the shooting will take just 2 hours. We intend to take the shots at Nottingham, which is a bit far from here. No problem, Torat will be the one to decide finally, as he handles the animals here. I'm sure he will help you. Ray, thank you very much. Manager, it's okay. Okay, this is the dialogue between Satyajit Ray and the manager of the Bharat Circus. So today we have studied how to write an official letter and how to draft a wanted notice and how to construct a good dialogue. And you please write all these answers in your notebook. And what about stopping our class? Shall we stop our class? Okay, thank you all. Bye.